Mansour, he's a Palestinian journalist and humanitarian worker who lived in Gaza until March of last year. Mansour, it's a dreadful day. What more can you add to this? What's your reaction, first of all?
First of all, my condolences to Al-Jazeera and journalists all around the world. Over 250 journalists have been killed right now in Gaza. And as you said, as per the Geneva Conventions, they should be provided with immunity, especially in such genocide situations. However, Israel continues to break all kinds of international laws. And when you sign up to be a journalist in Gaza or a social media influencer, right now it is known that at any time you can be targeted by the Israeli military. So, however, I think that Anas, his spirit will continue to live on, his resiliency will continue to live on, and the message that he sent to a friend in Qatar here the other day was that I am not leaving Gaza. Gaza is my home place. I will continue to say the truth. And if I'm going to go anywhere, then it's going to be to paradise. Gaza is where we will continue to be.
And as I keep saying, their telling of the story is the only way that the story is being told around the world, isn't it?
That's correct. And one question that someone may ask is, why aren't international third-party journalists, neutral journalists, allowed to get into Gaza during these times?
What do you think the answer to that is?
I mean, we have to send that question to the Israelis. From the Palestinian side, there are demands every day for international investigative journalists to go into Gaza and to tell the world what is happening there on the ground. So as you said, given what is happening right now, it's up to the young generation, such as Anas and others, to tell the stories of what is happening there with the help of channels like Al-Jazeera and other international broadcasting agencies. Al-Jazeera in particular is targeted because it showed the world the reality of what's happening on the ground when it comes to the genocide, the famine, and right now the imminent attack on Gaza City and trying to occupy it by the Israelis for a sixth time. So I think that this is a preeminent target, a preeminent strike on journalism so that it can hide the horrors that will happen in Gaza City over the next few days.
There is a rather dreadful irony here, isn't there? Because almost at the same time as this happened, Benjamin Netanyahu said that he would allow journalists in.
He says a lot of things, right? I mean, at the end, he is a seasoned politician. He understands that he has a global audience with different views. However, actions speak larger than words. And I think we've all seen for the last 22, 23 months the actions of this Israeli government on the ground in Gaza.
How do you think the timing of this figures here ahead of or following Netanyahu's announcement of the takeover of Gaza?
I think it's a message to the Qatari government. I think it's a message to anyone who wants peace in the region. I think it's a message to journalists and to people who want to report on the truth from inside Gaza that we have targeted the #1 person who was reporting news in Arabic on the ground to the world at large from its largest broadcasting stations. So if we were able to target him and his colleagues, then what will prevent us from targeting you? So I think they are trying to, it's a scare tactic in order to not allow people on the ground to report what's happening. It's like I said, a message to the Qatari government, to Al-Jazeera, that you've already made a lot of damage to our image to the world. You need to stop, and you need to move forward with our agenda. Not what the world wants, not what the UN wants, not what the Palestinian wants, their agenda. Their agenda is to try to evacuate Gaza, to try to abolish its people, to try to take it over, and like they said, annex it, similar to the latest decision they made in the Knesset to annex the West Bank and Jerusalem.
And of course, Al Jazeera remains steadfast in its effort to report the reality on the ground in Gaza. Mansour, appreciate your time. Thanks very much indeed.
Thank you
for joining us here on set. Well, the United Nations